You're 30, you're working, you're doing everything right. But that student loan, yeah, it's still sitting there, like an unwanted roommate who just won't leave. You're not alone. Millions of Americans between 25 and 40 are stuck in this same loop, trying to build a career, maybe buy a home, save for retirement, and somehow, magically, pay off that student debt. Today, I'm breaking the cycle. In this video, I'm giving you a real-life, practical repayment roadmap for 2025, the guide nobody gave you when you graduated. So, take a breath. Your financial reset starts right now. Before you make a plan, you need clarity, because your repayment strategy is 90% determined by the type of plan you choose. Standard repayment plan. This is the classic 10-year fixed payment system. Your monthly payment stays the same. It's predictable, it's simple, and honestly, it's the fastest, cheapest way to get rid of your loan. But for many 25 to 40-year-old adults dealing with rent, bills, and unstable job markets, predictability doesn't always mean flexibility. Income-driven repayment plans. Think of this as your loan adjusting to your life. Your payment is based on your income, family size, tax filing status. In 2025, IDR plans like Save have become a lifeline. Save can literally cut your payment in half for many borrowers. And here's something most people still don't know. Unpaid interest no longer increases your balance under the Save plan. Your loan stops growing, even if your payment doesn't cover the interest. This one change has already saved borrowers billions. Refinancing. The high-risk, high-reward move. This option is for good credit borrowers, stable income, no need for federal protections. If you qualify, you can slash your interest rate dramatically, but you lose federal protections like IDR eligibility, loan forgiveness programs, deferment, and forbearance options. For most Americans between 25 and 40, especially those unsure about long-term income stability, refinancing is something to approach with caution. The real-life balance strategy. Loan versus life. This part is crucial because paying off your loan shouldn't destroy your life goals. You need a three-pillar strategy. Pillar 1, emergency fund, your oxygen tank. You must build an emergency fund, even if your loan still exists. Here's the rule. Start with $1,000, then build to 3 months of expenses. Why? Because one unexpected crisis, one car repair, one layoff, one medical bill can throw you straight into deeper debt. A loan is long-term. Emergencies are immediate. Protect yourself first. Pillar 2, student loan payments. Here's the secret almost nobody talks about. Paying just 10% above your minimum payment can cut years off your repayment timeline. If your minimum payment is $250, add $25 extra. That tiny amount? Over time, it can turn a 20-year repayment into a 14-year repayment, or a 10-year plan into a 7-year victory. Small increase, huge impact. Pillar 3, investing for your future. Now, let's talk psychology for a second. If you only pay loans for the next 10 to 20 years, you'll reach 40 with no investments, no assets, and no retirement savings. That's dangerous. So here is the modern formula used by top advisors in 2025. Emergency fund plus minimum loan payment plus 10% extra plus retirement contribution. Even if you start with just $50 a month into a Roth IRA or 1% into a 401k, you're building wealth while paying debt. This balance is the key to becoming financially stable at 40, not just debt-free. When you're between 25 and 40, your financial life doesn't follow a straight line. It bends, shifts, and reshapes itself with every new job, every move, every bill, and every dream you're chasing. That's why your student loan strategy has to evolve with you as you change. In your mid-20s, the biggest priority is stability. Building a steady income, creating a small emergency cushion, and choosing a repayment plan that supports your life rather than suffocating it. Even if you're investing just a few dollars a month, those early steps matter. As you move into your early 30s, life starts demanding more from you. This is the period where you begin strengthening your financial foundation, expanding your emergency fund, increasing your monthly student loan payments, and raising your investment contributions little by little. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is progress. And by the time you enter your late 30s, the picture becomes clearer. You're more established, more confident, and more aware of what your future needs. This is when you focus on clearing any remaining loan balance, pursuing bigger goals like home ownership, and building long-term investment strategies that support the version of you who wants security at 50, comfort at 60, and freedom at 70. This entire journey from 25 to 40 is not about rushing to the finish line. It's about creating a financial life where student loans don't control you, but instead become just one small part of a much bigger, stronger, and more intentional future you're building every single year. One of the most powerful truths about student loan repayment is this: you don't have to double your payment to finish years earlier. Sometimes all it takes is a small, consistent push. Imagine this. Every month, instead of paying the exact minimum, you add just 10% more. It's not enough to squeeze your lifestyle, but it's enough to shift the timeline of your debt dramatically. Over time, that small extra payment not only chips away at the loan balance, it attacks the interest, shortens the repayment years, and gives you back something priceless: your financial freedom. And it doesn't end there. Automating your payments removes the emotional stress of remembering every due date. Using tax refunds, bonuses, or extra gig income as one-time contributions helps reduce your principal without touching your monthly budget. Even refinancing, if done at the right moment, can turn a suffocating interest rate into a manageable one. These aren't tricks. These are long-term habits that reshape your financial reality. Because paying off your loan shouldn't feel like punishment. It should feel like progress. And when every step you take moves you closer to the life you want to build, whether that's buying a home, starting a family, or finally getting the freedom to choose the job you actually love, every payment becomes a victory. At some point in your journey, between late nights worrying about bills and those quiet moments when you wonder if you'll ever be debt-free, you realize something powerful. Student loan repayment is not just a financial plan. It's a mindset shift. It's the moment you stop seeing yourself as someone struggling under debt and start seeing yourself as someone building their future intentionally, piece by piece. Freedom doesn't begin the day you make your final payment. Freedom begins the day you take control of the plan. Start today. Start small. Start smart.